This is for those who really want to encourage others as much as they can, and as many. What reason is there that most people cannot encourage hundreds or even thousands? Well, first of all, if you want to encourage as many people as possible, make recordings like this. Because just typing just doesn't have the same emotional effect, obviously. For many, it just will not make remotely as much impression. But here's the thing, spontaneity is useful. More useful than most people are probably aware most of the time. I'm being spontaneous right now. I'm usually not. But I'm walking, and moving does actually help me to think better. Probably especially when I'm talking to the air, so try it. Or not. The bottom line, of course, is that we forget the good. And remembering it tends to be fun, more than we expect it to. But you gotta be patient with yourself. Forgive me if this doesn't make sense all the time. But why does it have to, right? We're just too serious some of the time. Or all of the time. As well as none of the time. You just can't be serious enough. Alright, yeah. We forget the good, and that isn't good. It's not fun. We're relying on these shitty, mass-produced commercial distractions and saying that's our biggest happiness. Well, I say don't let it be, because it's just not fun enough. Yeah, it's fun, but not heart-wise. It makes you not care about people as much, or at least more afraid to show it. That's what I did all my life. I unshowed it by eating video games all the time. But that's a bad fact, so I won't focus on it at all. See, you should feel inspired and motivated and hyped to make a uplifty recording yourself. As soon as you're done listening to this, that is. Why, it's already going better than I expected it to. So part of me believes that means I am actually providing you value just by doing this, even though it's really not uncomfortable at all. And it's pretty enjoyable so far. Now, what I mean by the good specifically for the purpose of encouraging others is, well, I guess things that worked for you. More than anything, I am out to encourage people who, like myself, are not very ease of expression-y. Because they're always doubting. Well, how can there not be a way around that? There obviously is. And my guess is that virtually all of those people don't recall all that often even the most enjoyable specific things said by them and others to them. So they should just make a list. Sure, it can take some patience to remember many of them. But when you remember it, like for the first time in, years, how can you deny that it's fun? It makes you feel like almost half motivated for at least 1 second. And it can be good things that you did too. It's very easy for me to forget about most of those. So make a good did list before it's too late. And know what to ask. Well, wait, no, don't worry about that yet. Now here is a thing that you may wonder, is it really focusing on the good? And that is this. Well, I say it is, and that is this. Eating some unit that is focusing on some target, like, a piece of music, mainly is what I find myself mentally defaulting to. That is, make you feel like crying in a good way, Osaurus. That is, crying with reverence. Which, in my overwhelming experience, you may be surprised to hear that I have done a lot of it, in the past year at least. It is not uncomfortable and it does not hurt. I have nothing but good memories of it. So if you don't do that hardly ever, and you don't talk to people about the things that you care most about, or if you do but just have a really hard time doing it, maybe you'll have an easier time if you don't already weep reverently or cry funly just by listening to the right music, thinking of the right things. And it may also help to look at certain pictures while you do that. So you're doing 3 things at once. Muzz, or music, for short, staring and thinking. Whoa. If that's not exercise, nothing is. So yeah, don't just overwhelm yourself with, never mind, that's getting off topic. But yeah, if they admit to feeling the same way, maybe they might be comfortable with going wah, that is sniffling, or however else you want to describe it. And so then they start talking reverently and all. And then you both feel like, we trust each other, yay. But I'm not sure if it's like necessary for true emo health, although it often seems that way. So if you have fear, as I still do, of looking weird on the internet, for example, say you add someone on you-know-what.com that you never met or talked to, and they for some reason accept, and then your first message to them is just like unusual but not negative. You may be afraid to do that because they might go, what the f-? And then if they do, your brain perceives that as a bad thing, and that's a dead-end topic for me right now. I just don't know what else to say about it. Aren't you so glad I brought it up? So the bottom line, of course, is that I suspect that the best social forties to uplifting memories to remind yourself of way too often. And I predict that you won't have to do it for very long once you share the right things enough and get enough overwhelmingly enthusiastic and appreciative feedback. Are fears that you face that turned out good. Isn't it discouraging to ever forget about those? I guarantee you that there are probably at least, 50, probably way more than that I haven't thought of in at least a year. Let's all work together to make that illegal. I wish I could give you some great examples, but the truth is, I just don't have any memories at all. I don't know who I am or what I look like. When's the last time that you actually found the fact that something isn't funny? Like, if it was one of your own attempts at humor. Hopefully recently, because that's more uplifting than downlifting. Okay, that's the end of part 1. Sorry, but I just gotta upload this and send it to people now.